Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's learn a Python program, that is write a Python program to generate a list of squares of odd numbers from 1 to n and print the list. So given input value as n to Python program, so your task is to generate a list of squares of odd numbers. So you have to generate a list containing the squares for the odd numbers from 1 to n, and you have to print it. And yeah, so that is a problem statement. So you have to print the final list. So that is a problem statement. So let's try to solve this. So let me take an input value that is n and use the input function call to ask a user to enter value of n. Yeah, so once the user enters the value of n, so let's convert this to an from string to an integer type. So once we are done accepting the value of n, so let's try to solve this into two variants. So first variant is using the list comprehension method, so that only takes one line of code. And next, let's try to use the for loop, that is iteration. So first let's try to solve this using the only one line. So here, so let's use a print function and let's print some user friendly message. So f, I am taking, that is list of squares of odd numbers from 1 to n. So this is just a user friendly message. So let's take in the flower braces, so let's take the value of n. So let's r dot dot dot. So now, so this is just a user friendly message. Now let's try to print the generated list of squares of odd numbers. So let me use a print function. So inside the print function, so I'll take a list comprehension method. So let's take the value, that is a temporary value, x multiplied by x. And yeah, first let's take the for loop to get the range from 1 to n. So let's use for x in range of given input n. So I am taking the range that is 1 to n. So this will give me the range from 1 to n. So now let's try to get odd numbers. So odd number formula is, so let's use the if statement. If x mod 2 is not equals to 0. So this is the function or the formula for finding an odd number, that is x is odd number or not, by trying to divide it by 2, that is modulating, and checking if remainder is not equals to 0. So we have to get the value of, that is odd raised to the power of 2, or x multiplied by x. So this is the value that that is, if you find an odd number, so you just multiply it by x itself. So that will give us the square of odd number. So you can also use x double star raised to the power of 2. Yeah, so this is the complete Python program to get the list of squares of odd numbers from 1 to n. So let me execute this and let me show you how it works. So running the program. So here let's say enter the value of n. So let's give 10. So you can see the list of squares of odd numbers from 1 to 10 are, so this is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Closing it. So let me run it again. And here let's give 50. So you can see list of squares of odd numbers from 1 to 50 are, so these are the numbers, that is a square of odd numbers from 1 to 50. Yeah, so this is the first method of solving using the list comprehension method. So now let me delete this line and try to get the generate the list of squares. So let's take a, that is a list. So let's say odd underscore square underscore list. So this is the list. I'll be using it to store the list of squares of odd numbers. So here, so I have to get the range from 1 to n. So for that I'll use a for loop for x in range of n, that is n plus 1. So this will generally give me the outbound value of n as well. So once we generate the list from 1 to n or range from 1 to n. So let's take the value of x and try to check if it is a odd number. So let's use the if statement. If x is not, that is modulus 2 is not equals to 0, so that means remainder is 1, that is a odd number. So you have found a odd number. So what you do is you have to raise the value of x and append it to the old, that is odd square list. So let's take odd square list dot append and try to raise the value of x multiplied by x. So that is square of odd number. So once the for loop completes, so let's use the print function to print the odd square list directly. Yeah, so this is the second method where you try to iterate from x to, that is from 1 to n, and try to get the, that is check if the x value is odd number or not, and if so, so you are trying to append the value of x raised to power of 2 to the list. So let me execute this and let me show you how it works. So enter the value of n, so let's give 10. So you can see list of squares of odd numbers from 1 to 10 are, so these, closing it, let me re-execute it. Now let's give something like 5. So you can see 1, 3, 5 has been printed, that is pi square is 25. Yeah, so this is a complete Python program. So I'll give this code in the description of this video. So that's it in this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Bye.